Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Analysis.com YouTube channel. Today is January 12th and the chart of the day for today is silver, 60 minutes time frame. Now again, we do the chart of the day principally by just random selection, whichever we haven't reviewed for a while. Normally we're gonna, try to do it. Now in the case of silver, guys, I think overall the idea of silver right now is sideways, right? So no matter when I say sideways, typically when you are in a sideways price action, whatever you are forecasting, whatever technical tools you use, typically has more chance to fail because by nature sideways is very choppy. The price action is unpredictable, right? So that's something that I want to let you know first before we look into silver in the shorter cycle. The shorter the time frame, the more volatile it's going to be and the more unreliable compared to if you look at the larger time frame like the weekly and the daily, right? So let's see what we got here and trying to explain some of the rationale behind the call, but as well as something that you need to pay attention to because like I said, it is sideways. So typically in a sideways price action, things tend to fail a lot more often than if it is trending and when the trend is clear. Okay, so in the 1 hour time frame here, we can see we ended with B here in the minor degree and now it's going down. So that would mean that we are already looking for the downside now. Sorry, there's a typo here. Should be a with 1 and with 2 here because it's the with C. Okay, so we're looking for the downside and as long as the rally stays below 24.6. So now we're looking for a 3-ways rally to correct this 5-ways down. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ended with 1 of C. So now looking for with 2 of C to correct this decline. So once it is complete, we can go down again as long as we stay below 24.6. So typically with 2, you need to see a clear 3 ways before you can do the extension analysis for the target for with C. But if you use the retracement analysis, then typically it can go to around 40% to 76.4% retracement. So I know it's a big area. If you want to narrow it down, I think this area is around 85% of the time. With 2 ended somewhere around here, and around 70% is probably somewhere around here, 50 to 61.8. So this is just a rough percentage and so on, just based on my observation. It's not scientific in the sense I have all the data to prove it, but just based on my observation when I all over the years. Okay, all right, so now we're looking for a 3 rally or a 7 swing rally because correction is always either in 3 swing or in 7 swing, right? And then as long as it stays below 24.6, it can go down. So you can see the arrow is turning down. It's not red. So that means, like I said, it's sideways. There's no trend whatsoever in the silver right now. So if I zoom out on the weekly time frame, I'm going to explain to you a couple of possible options here. So this is the weekly time frame. As you can see, we've been sideways since 2020. Unfortunately, it's been 4 years. We're going nowhere here with silver, right? It's killing people that is trading in the precious metals since it's like dead money. Nothing happens. All right. So couple of things first. You notice here that in the shorter cycle, we got this sequence of lower low from here. So you got this 1, 2, and then it just recently breaks the low again. Now I think this is too high of a time frame to look at it. I can go down, let's say, to the daily, or even to daily is okay. You can see this one, 1, 2, lower low. So remember, when we do have a lower low sequence like this, typically as a standard forecast, we're looking for extension lower to at least 100% extension. Now this is just a standard way to forecast, right? By no means this is a guaranteed move down, right? And especially considering we are in a sideways market, it is even more likely that things may truncate, what we call truncation, when it doesn't reach 100% and starts to get choppy again, starts to rally, and so on. So like I said, this is a 1 hour forecast within a choppy sideways market. So just keep that in mind all the time that we are sideways at the moment. Okay, so until we break out of the sideways range, this can continue to get super choppy and unreliable for a while. Okay, so because of this lower low sequence here, so as a standard practice, we're going to be looking to extension lower to 21 minimum. So basically the target is 100%, 161.8, and that's why we are calling for the downside. But remember, like I've been saying, it is sideways. So sometimes in a sideways market has a higher chance of a choppy market. Okay, now if I go down to the weekly, let me draw attention to a couple of things. So if you use a simple sort of trend line analysis, now you notice here that we've been sort of in this bearish channel for a while, since 2023 May. We recently broke higher, we retested, it held, and then now we broke below the previous low, but still within this bearish channel. So that's why I want to draw this attention to you guys, because this channel, if this channel holds, then it seems like it may not have extension lower to this 21.18, which is the 100% extension, right? Because then if it goes down again, it's going to go back below this channel, and therefore it's going to be it's going to negate the breakout, right? So that's why I said, you got to be careful. Even though yes, it might see more downside, and even though yes, it's a standard practice, you got a lower low, it can go to 100%, but it's not always going to go to 100%, especially in a sideways price action. The other thing is we can continue to get sideways for weeks and months here. We can, like rally. You can get very choppy. You can get even do something like this and pull back again, and finally retest this 21.8 within the channel after I don't know, after several more weeks. You can go to April this year. Now that will be disappointing to some people, but yeah, it's possible we can continue to get sideways for many months in precious metals. Okay, so yeah, until we get out of all this range, I don't see any conclusion whatsoever, guys. And you can forecast one way or another, but in reality, the best instrument to trade is the one that is trending, not the one that is sideways. Now we are just trapped in sideways price action since 2020, between basically is in a big range of this right now in silver. But couple of things here to give you some ideas about the higher time frame sort of right side. If you look at this structure here, this one here from 2021 to 2022, this is not an impulsive structure, guys, right? This is not like a 5 ways down with a wave 3 extension and so on. This is a clear, to me, this is a clear 3 waves here. 1, 2, which is another cycle, and 3, right? You can even do eyeball the extension. It has to be 100%. No extension whatsoever. 3 swings, 100%. That is the definition, classic definition of a corrective structure. 3 swings, 100%. No extension on the third swing. Now, the other one that I want to draw attention to is this one. Now, this one is also a clear 3 swing down as well. 1, 2, 3. Technically, this is a 7 swing if you want to include all the subdivision. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it is a 3 swing nonetheless. If you look at it from the main connector or main swing, that's also 3 swing. No extension whatsoever. And also 100% as well. So I think if you look at it based on this structure and this structure, you have to make a conclusion. This is not a bearish market. because if it is bearish, all this move down is going to be impulsive, but it's not. So it is a sideways market, like I said. Now I'm not saying it is bullish yet either, because the rally also, you might argue, well, this rally also looks like a three ways. So yeah, so that's why you got 3 ways down, 3 ways up. So it's very sideways, and until we break out of the whole entire sideways action, we can continue to get choppy here. All right, we have not broken above this previous peak yet, as you can see. So we can even do something like this. Technically speaking, we can even do something like this. I'm not saying it is bullish then, right? It's sideways. You can do something like this. And even worse, we have never broken above this peak, so we can even do a double correction from here. So we can do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then become 5, 6, 7. And that is also a possibility, right? Because we never break above here. We never break above here. So I think what's the best way? The best way at this point is to wait for more confirmation. So for example, if it can break above this peak, for example, more likely than not, it's going to break above this one as well. And then, okay, well, it should be extending higher. If that's the case, we can go to the next target here, the 100%. So we might see 29 if we can break above 26, right? If we can break above 26, we can go to 29. So until that happens, though, you are really waiting. You are really waiting for more data. And I think the best you can hope for is that it doesn't break below this trend line here. Because if it breaks, I think we might end up doing even this bigger double correction here. And it can even go back. I don't know if it ever go back to $13. But if you look at the miners, they are getting obliterated right now, and they are getting close to break below that 2020 low. The miners, look at GTX, GTXJ, and so on, and specific stocks. Some of them are very close to the 2020 low. So yeah, I said, why not? It is always a possible. Anything is possible, right? And currently it is sideways, and currently because of this low sequence here, so we're still calling for the downside. And technically we could again, based on the standard forecast, low, calling for more downside to the 100% extension, so that could go to 21.19. But I've been warning you guys, it is basically sideways, so anything can happen. It can truncate, and if you go to the daily, like I've been saying, there is this channel. Which one is the channel before? I got a channel before, right, for you guys. This channel here, I think, right? Yeah, this channel here. So it's kind of breaking the channel, here as well. So yeah, so you got to be a bit careful here playing in the shorter cycle, because it can get really choppy for a while here, for weeks and months. Okay, so that's the update for silver right now. And as always, if you want to get more updates on commodities or any other stock, ETF, Forex, and so on, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days trial, and the link is in the description of the video. So see you all again next time, and have a nice day, everyone.